This heartbreaking story out of Washington state has gripped the country for months, and now we finally have an ending, though not all the answers. In late May of 2025, three young sisters, 9-year-old Paityn, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia, were scheduled to spend time with their father, Travis Decker. They never made it home. Just days later, their bodies were discovered near Rock Island Campground in Chelan County. Investigators revealed the girls had been suffocated, their wrists zip-tied with plastic bags over their heads. Evidence immediately pointed to Decker. His abandoned pickup truck was found nearby with bloody handprints matching his DNA. Investigators also learned that his phone records placed him at the campground more than once in the days before the murders, suggesting he had been there scouting the area. At the site, deputies discovered chilling details, signs of recent activity including a tent, cooler, and camping supplies. They also found male blood at the campsite, strengthening the case against him. From there, a manhunt began. This was no ordinary search. Decker was a former U.S. Army veteran and an experienced outdoorsman with survival training that made him especially difficult to track. Authorities warned residents in Chelan and Paityn counties to lock sheds, leave outdoor lights on, and even keep blinds open, fearing Decker might break into remote cabins for shelter. Hundreds of officers, agents, and volunteers joined the hunt, scouring mountains, forests, and rivers. Helicopters, drones, and canine units were deployed. At times, hikers reported seeing a lone man who slipped into cover when aerial units approached. Investigators also uncovered more troubling details. Court records revealed that Decker had a history of mental health struggles. His ex-wife said he had been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and failed to comply with treatment orders under their parenting plan. In the weeks before the tragedy, he had been searching the internet for phrases like "how to move to Canada" and "jobs in Canada," raising fears that he had been plotting an escape. Police released surveillance and dashcam footage from the days leading up to the murders. In one clip, Decker appears after a minor car accident, speaking with an officer and another driver, noticeably nervous and fidgety. A neighbor later recalled seeing him on May 30th, describing him as looking sad and emotionally detached. Despite intense efforts, months passed with no capture. Some sightings, including one in Idaho, turned out to be false alarms. The search stretched resources across the Pacific Northwest, but the trail kept going cold. Then in mid-September, the discovery came. In rugged woods south of Leavenworth, search teams located human remains scattered across different spots. DNA testing confirmed they belonged to Travis Decker, but the condition of the remains only deepened the mystery. His torso and skull were missing, with decomposition and animal activity, making it impossible to determine an exact cause of death. A state anthropologist confirmed there were no fractures consistent with a fall, but beyond that, the coroner admitted that his death may never be fully explained. The U.S. Marshals formally declared Decker deceased, closing the federal case. Yet his death left behind unresolved questions. Did he take his own life? Did exposure, starvation, or wildlife play a role? Or was there another factor we may never know? For the community, this tragedy has left scars. A GoFundMe campaign for the girl's mother, Whitney Decker, surpassed $1 million as support poured in from across the country. At their memorial, Whitney described her daughters as having warm and open hearts and prayed that their legacy would live on. Even with the manhunt now over, the case has sparked painful discussions about custody oversight, mental health treatment for veterans, and how warning signs are handled before tragedies unfold. The story of Travis Decker and his daughters has ended, but the grief, the unanswered questions, and the lessons it leaves behind will remain for years to come. This story is based on information from law enforcement and public court records, and it is presented for informational purposes only.